how is everybody doing today? As y'all see, I have Amanda from Stitching Life Together with me this morning.
Good morning.
And Amanda, would you like to introduce yourself and talk about your channel a little bit?
Sure, I can do that. Hi, my name is Amanda. I am with Stitching Life Together. Um, you know what? I've been doing YouTube lives for 1 year this week. I think
Are
I had
you
that on
kidding
my,
me?
yeah, I think I had that on my calendar.
Congratulations!
Yeah, it was 1 year this week that I did my first live. Um, I think it was like, I don't know, one day this week, I forget. Yeah, so I've been doing lives for a year. I do a sit and stitch on Tuesdays, and then my mouse out of the way here.
That is so
Um,
stinking amazing.
yeah, I love it. They're so much fun. I've been MIA the last couple weeks. I was out of town and I was sick before that, so I'm back, and I'll be back on Tuesday night.
Which is
Probably,
the reason why I actually sent you the message the other day, because I knew
yeah,
you've been MIA. I'm like, I want to make sure that everything's still good, because if not,
yep.
I got an
Yep.
echo. Okay.
I
Weird.
am good.
Does
I don't hear.
anybody else hear an echo?
You know what? I bet it's me.
Testing, 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 testing. Only one of my microphones are on.
I turned off. I had YouTube. I muted the YouTube video. I think that's why it was echoing. I don't
Ah,
hear it, but
yeah. I don't either, but you just never know.
okay. So I went over and
Okay.
muted the YouTube side.
Okay, so let me know if it is all good now. So in the chat, we have Michelle's Cross and More, Vintage Style by Joe, Rita, Candy, Deb Cornell, Miss Linda, our cell lady. She says, Miss Linda says she just got back from farmer's market and had my empadas for breakfast. Ooh, that sounds so yummy. I don't hear an echo, Michelle says. It all sounds good to me. Rita says, let me exit and come back in. Hello, Dubravka and Joanna. This morning was so much fun over at Sean's live stream. If y'all had missed it, please go back and catch it because it was a lot of fun. Okay, Joanna says, much better, Donnell.
I
Awesome
think it
sauce.
was, yeah, I think it was me.
Okay, I'll say because I didn't hear anything on my
Causing
end.
havoc already. To keep you on your toes.
Right? Hey, Heather. Yeah, who knows? I
Let's
don't
look at all
know.
of our friends. Good morning, everyone.
Yes. Hey, Nikki B.
Good
Okay,
morning.
Rita says, okay, sorry, it was just me.
Oh, so it's Rita causing the problems, not me.
You never know.
I
So,
know.
okay, so would you like to talk about what you're doing today during my stream?
Yes, I just got back from a 4-day quilt retreat, and I got 3 quilt tops done. I had 2 already started, so I got 2 finished that I had started, so that was nice. And then I started this one. It's called Scrappy Bear Cabin by Farmer's Daughter Stitches. And it's a bear paw and log cabin quilt all in like one. I've never made
Oh,
either
well,
back, so I'm really excited to do this.
that is so pretty.
And I bought it in this colorway. I bought the kit, so it's got the orange. Oh, here's my first bear paw. It's got the
Oh,
orange and blues. I just love the colorway.
I love the little stripe
Yeah.
claws. So
So yeah.
cute. And I love that orange fabric.
Yes. Yes. And they're all kind of different shades, kind of orange and maybe a little bit of brown. So I'm working on the bear paw part today. So I have 16 bear paws to make. So that's what I'm going to work on today.
So very cool. I cannot wait to
Yeah.
see how that turns out.
I know. I'm really excited. I got to get this put together because I have so many quilts. I got to stop making quilts. I have got to get quilting. I have so many. I have a baby gift I got to finish, a quilt. I have a, a shirt that a friend once made into a pillow. She just lost her husband, so she brought me one of his shirts. We got to make one
Oh,
of those button-up pillow things, so I got to do that.
oh, my condolences. That is so sad.
Yeah, it was very sad.
Yeah, so this weekend
Mm.
is going to be a very busy weekend for me because I am working on, so today I am putting the binding on my Tangled Star block.
Oh,
And if
that's
you'd
such
like
a
to know
cool
what the
quilt.
block looks like, it is
That's really cool. Yeah, I can see it.
like
Mhm.
wherever the fingers are supposed to go.
Yeah, yeah. Love it.
Yeah, so right here is the actual block itself. And then I did a thing of the gray a thin, small thin gray sashing of the Chilla Pink charcoal fairy dust. And then I did a bigger blue butt border.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and so I am putting the binding on that and the backing, which is this right here.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, this here is the Northcott fabric, and it's a 108. It's called Stonehenge Multi Mixers by Linda Ludovico of Norcott. And I know I probably butchered her name. Let's see. Thank you, Vintage. She's dropping links for me for people that have
You
channels. Rita says that is exactly why I complete one quilt before moving onto the next. I used to do that, and then I started my channel.
Yeah, I don't do that. My quilt bestie does that, and the lady that puts on the quilt retreat that we went to, she's like, she goes, I can't talk to you anymore. And she walked away from her. She was starting to walk away from her. She's like, I don't know what, I just can't. Yeah. My quilt bestie does one at a time. I
That
can't
is
do
so
that.
funny.
I
And
like my
I'm using a nice light lavender because it blends in with that backing fabric really well, and which is what I did the binding of. Now I'm gonna bring you guys down to the desk because I'm gonna show you guys how I do my binding. If I can get my mouse to play nicely.
Yes, I've been wanting to see this.
Yes, because everybody asks me how I do my binding. I do my binding both sides at the same time.
I'm
That's
intrigued
not
by
the
that.
screen I wanted.
I do all mine on the machine, and which I love.
And I do have a video of me doing this. It's actually a pot holder or a bowl cozy, one of the two. I can't remember which. I think it was a bowl cozy that I did. So what I do is I do 2-inch strips and I use the binding tool, the binding pressing tool. I don't know where I put it at now. And I just had it. Oh, over here it is. So I bought this set right here off of Amazon.
Okay. I have one of those.
And the only one I use out of this is this one right here, the large one.
Uh-huh.
And I do 2-inch strips, which is perfect for that size. And then, so what I do is I put it through to get the fold of the piece of the sides, and then I go back and I press it again to get
Mm-hmm.
the double fold bias. I don't necessarily always do bias, but I get that fold that I'm looking for. So what I do is, and I love having my quilt serged on the edges before I do this because it helps keep
Yeah.
all 3 layers together.
I'm gonna try that because I have a serger that I just learned how to use. I'm gonna try that on my a quilt.
Yes, so what I do is I go about 6 or so inches down, and I just try and lay the quilt like right over on the center, fold it over, and then I start stitching. Because as long as my quilt is up here and I can feel it up here
Mm-hmm.
at the fold, then I know that I'm getting right along both edges. That way there I'm putting my binding on both sides at the same time. without having all the other hassle. And so I actually set it up for today so that way there I can be able, because I just want to hold it. You can pin it if you like. You can clip it, whatever your little heart's desire is.
I've been using a glue stick and ironing my binding on and pressing it until I get it to the sewing machine.
Yeah, so what I do is I just get it over here. I just hold it with my fingers, honestly. And I just try and just go for a little at a time. And then lock in my stitch, obviously. And then I don't use a special foot or anything like that.
That was my next question. Thank you. I was like, what are you
Yeah, I
using?
just use my normal sewing foot. I
Is
really
yours
don't
a
have a
quarter
problem with
inch
it.
foot or is it just a regular foot?
Mine is just a regular sewing foot. And then after I get done with each side, I will go back and look at that whole side on the back to make sure I caught it all. And if not, then I go back and do another little stitch like over that section.
Okay.
But there is a video that shows this in great detail of me doing it. So,
That's cool.
and
I
if
need to
one
try
of my
this.
moderators don't mind posting that tutorial in here, the link for that tutorial, it is underneath my tutorial folder. And it's the one with the full cozy as the picture. Because like I think I called it something along the lines of like when a full cozy and a pot holder have a baby or something like that. Because that's the way I kind of look at it, is
Yeah,
I'm combining those two methods.
that is true.
Because when I do my bowl cozies, I include like the little hook that the pot holder has.
Mm-hmm.
So that way there you could be able to hang up the bowl cozy for decoration if you wanted.
I love our bowl cozies.
Yes.
I use them all the time.
Because I got tired of doing the stitch and flips.
Yeah. Yeah, it is kind of hard to turn those bowl cozies inside out once you get them done.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of bulk in there.
Yeah.
Hey, Jean, how you doing? Rita says, I have a Tango Star pattern, but looks nothing like that one. Yeah, that one there, you pretty much got to get the die, AccuQuilt die for. Unfortunately. Or if you wanted to pay me and send me the fabric, I could cut it out for you. And the pay me part would be just for my time for cutting it because it does take a while to cut. And normally I wouldn't charge for something like that, but if you're wanting to make an entire quilt of it, that's a lot of cutting.
Do you cut all your quilts with the AccuQuilt?
No, I do not. Like my one up there, the honeybees up here, that one I did cut with the AccuQuilt because that's like a couple of thousand pieces, like about 3,000 pieces of 1.5 inch squares. I'm not
Yeah.
cutting all that by hand.
Yeah, that one I could see. Yeah.
But most quilts, most things I just cut myself on my cutting table over here.
Yeah, I figure I'm going to keep cutting by hand while I can, and then someday when I can't, I'll switch.
I mean, it's nice to have for some things. I don't always use it, so. But I like it for like those big projects where it's like I gotta cut out like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Then, or like for like the specialty dies like that, it's nice.
Oh, excuse me.
And then when I get to the end, I just go right off of the edge of my quilts. And then, so here's how I do my corners. So that way there I still get my mother corners.
Yeah.
Bring guys down a little closer. So what I do is I go right off of the edge towards like a stitch or two past, and then I lock it in.
Mm-hmm.
So then I put my finger in between the two pieces here, my thumb, to open it up. And then use my finger up here to push down along that top corner while my thumb
Okay.
is still in there. And it creates that little like arrow. And then I fold it over. on both sides, and that gives me the beautiful miter corner.
Yeah, that looks great. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that.
And it does take a time or two of doing it to get it right and figure out the placement of it and everything. It took me like 2 or 3 quilts to get it just perfect. But it saves me so much time and aggravation.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, there's got to be a way of doing both sides at the same time. Because I was so tired of putting it on one side and then flipping it over and pressing it and then putting it back
Right.
down. I'm like, there's got to be a way to do this both at the same time. There has to
Yeah.
be.
You're like, something's got to give here.
And I started doing a lot of searching, and I can't remember whose channel it was I found that was showing how to do it. But if you look at that tutorial, thank you, Michelle. Michelle posted the link for that tutorial. So if you look at the tutorial, I believe I do have their channel linked in there of where I found that method at. That way there, if you want to see how they did it, which is about the same way I did it, then you can feel free. If not, you can just go with mine. And now I have my label it on 2 sides. And looky, it's so pretty.
That looks so good.
I love it. It's so pretty.
I love
really
it.
love it because it's got like all 3 layer. I mean, all 3 or 4 colors.
Yeah. I love those patterns where it looks like it's all real intricate and woven together.
Yes. And oh my God, there is a lot of bulk in this quilt block. So if you
Yeah.
decide to do this quilt block as a quilt without sashing in between the blocks, which looks amazing because of the secondary pattern it creates of like this purple starburst. However, it does create a lot of bulk there. So be prepared. Auntie Donna said that what she did is before quilting it, is she has laid it down and used a mallet and hammered out
Yeah.
the bulk.
I have hammered seams before. It helps. Plus, if you have frustrations, it helps too.
Yes. See, Heather says she needs to take her machine to the spa. Nikki says she needs to bind a quilt, and we'll try this. I say practice it on, my advice would be to take like a square and like a small square, sandwich it and practice it on that with some scrap fabric first. Before you do it onto a big quilt, just so that way they can get the feel of how to do it and everything. But I absolutely love it because see, now I got both sides already quilted on, and I don't have to go back and do the back side. All I do is I go back and double check the back side of it all to make sure, and then I trim my threads at each corner. And then all I gotta do now is go back and hand stitch down my label and trim off the threads of the label because I didn't do that. I normally do that first, but I wanted to get it bound today. Like I can trim the threads later on the couch if I need to. Luna and I can christen the quilt by cuddling underneath it while trimming the threads.
There you go. Break it in.
Yes,
Make sure
break
it's
it in for my.
cuddleable.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be going to my son where they got cats and dogs too, so me and Luna can break it in for him.
Like we just tested it to make sure it was nice and cuddly.
We gotta make sure it's all cuddly.
Yep. Very important.
Oh, so much bulk. I need a 6-foot long table, and which requires a larger room.
Right. I know. I have myself worked into a corner, and I don't know why I didn't give myself more room. Because literally, that's
You
my
went.
wall. Like, I like my little nook though, and I want to be able to see out my windows.
Yeah, I initially gave myself more room and then I added a dog bed.
Oh,
Because I'm like, the puppies need their space when they're in here.
yeah.
And Luna absolutely loves her space.
Hey, Tasha. I haven't seen Tasha in a hot minute.
Tasha, she was over in Sean's chat earlier for a
That's
bit.
right. Almost sewed that upside down. Good catch.
Okay, so Rita says, well, for once, maybe I was not so incorrect about doing binding. As when I do not do the flange binding, that is exactly the way I do my binding. So excited. Awesome. Yeah, I've not tried this with a flange method yet, but I do want to. So I'm actually thinking about, because I've never done flange binding, and I'm thinking about, huh?
I need to try that. I haven't done that either.
Rita says, I had 2 large dog beds that are under my tables. Awesome. Yeah, the baby's got a bed in the front room. You know, they always lay with us, but the bed is for at nighttime when we lock them in their pen to keep them from getting into anything and everything in the middle of the night and early morning. Their pen is essentially like a crate, but throughout the day we leave it open and they come and go. That's where they eat and drink and they sleep. Other than that, they're out with us as long as we're in there. But like when we're working, then they're in the pen, so that way they don't get into anything that can harm them while we're working and not out there. Like the hubby and the son is awake in there right now, so I guarantee you the pups are loose in there.
Oh,
Let's see. Dogs have bed all over the house. Some are beds that I made that are small puff quilts. Yeah, I did not make, I'm not gonna lie, I did not make them any of their beds. I went to Petco and I bought a large bed for them 3 that fits just perfectly in their pen. And it was said to be chew proof. And Luna proved them wrong.
Luna's like, here, hold my dog bone. I got this.
Yeah, she's like, challenge accepted.
Yeah.
I woke up one morning to fuzzies all over their pen, and Luna's sitting there with a nice big gaping hole in it. So I created a 3-layer patch to put over it and stitched it on. I'm like, girlfriend, listen here. I know you are queen of chew and destruction, but I'm going to need you to tone that down when it comes to your bed, sweetheart. That's where you guys got to sleep. I do not make mommy have to take your bed away. So what are you doing for your anniversary? For your YouTube anniversary?
I don't know. Maybe I should, maybe Tuesday night I'll do, I don't know what I could do. Should do something on my live Tuesday.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I was thinking, and also today, is it today National Quilting Day?
I heard that. Which I will be quilting later, but because I am quilting up um the teddy bear quilt. I've been free motion quilting it on my
Oh,
machine,
nice.
on
Yeah.
my domestic. And I'm super excited because it's coming out so cute. It's a lot tighter of quilting than what I would care for normally, but considering the fact that it's free motion quilting and it's going to be for a baby, that way it'll be a lot more secured for the baby for Like if they decide to
Right.
use it as like a play mat on the floor or something. Hey Melissa, how was your run this morning? She had a run team thingy going on this morning. I think it'd be so cool if you did something fun, like I
No,
don't know,
I'm not
anything.
sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do.
I got an idea if you that we can discuss after the stream.
Okay.
Like maybe I could we could do a you could do a giveaway over on your channel and whoever wins gets something from me.
Oh, that would be fun. Yeah, we could make like a little bundle or something. I'm sure I have plenty of stuff around here I could give away.
Yeah, I'm thinking like one of the binding spools.
Oh, that'd be a great idea. Yeah.
Yeah, because who doesn't need binding spools? I was
Right.
I was going to put this binding on a binding spool, but I don't have any more empty binding spools. I need to take all my scrap binding off all of my binding spools I do have, so that way there I can have one to use for me.
Right.
See. Rita says only ever had one dog that chewed holes in in her bed, which was my 22-year-old service dog. Oh wow, 22 years old. Oh wow. She only chewed the bed if it was filled with fiber fill, so I had to use feathers or horsehair. I'd never heard of someone using horsehair before. That is so cool. Let's see, the run is done. That's all I can say. Well, you made it back and you're all in one piece, hopefully. So that's a good thing. I wouldn't be able to run. Hey,
Yeah.
Miss Raven.
I like to work out, but you won't catch me running unless it's in the workout.
Yeah, I'm not running
Okay.
unless the only way you'll catch me running is if there is an animal or a child in the street that's about to be hit. I'll run for that. That's
Are you
all.
being chased? What if a bear's chasing you? Are you going to run?
Probably gonna lay down and play dead because I'm not gonna outrun that bear. I already know I won't outrun the bear. So I got better chances if I just lay down and play dead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all tangled up. My quilt got wrapped around a bunch of cords.
Uh-oh.
Who knows what I'd be over here disconnecting.
Uh,
Let's see. If you see me running, you should run too because something is chasing me. Yeah, most likely you won't see me running because I'll just stand up, be like, "Rawr."
hmm.
I need a bigger table.
Right? I know. I always run out of room when I'm doing that. And then I need.
Well, my little desk here that I show on is like a small little wooden desk that was my dad's that I repurposed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I don't know, maybe if I'm lucky, 3 feet. If
Not
I'm
enough.
lucky.
Huh. Whoops.
But I would say probably about 2 to 3 feet. And it's great for my sewing machine, but not great for like big projects like this. So I had two little tables over here beside me that I got the quilt on to help hold up some of the weight. But it's like constantly readjusting.
Yeah. It's like a workout.
Yeah, this whole process was not fully thought through whenever I reorganized my room. And I do love this desk. And I don't want to get rid of it, but I don't really have room for the desk and a larger table in here at the same time. I'm like, I just need a bigger house. That's all it is. But at least now I don't have like my side camera on my desk that's taking that space since I use that other wooden table beside me. So okay, coming up to my next corner. Let's see. Does anybody have any questions? Has anybody in here ordered the Art East bundle?
I haven't done any of those yet.
Oh, there's a lot of cutting to all of his patterns. However, it's such beautiful quilts when they're done.
Yeah, they're really cool patterns. I really want to get a legit kit, so I'm debating on that. Not that I need any more quilts to make because I still have plenty here, but
Oh, we always have plenty, but we got to save up for reserves for whenever we don't have anything.
I probably could go. I could other than background fabric or backings and batting and stuff like that. I could sew for probably a good year or more.
Oh, girl, I'm still working on my on
I
all
have
my
so many
whips.
scraps.
Still working on all my whips
Yeah,
from the last 2 years because I had so many projects that I had created or started and never
right.
finished. And I'm like, this is the year where I'm gonna be getting all of those finished and
Yeah,
occasionally adding in new things like the sew alongs and the
I
arties. And I probably got like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more whips left. And then, or no, 6 more whips left. And then those will all be done. From what I can tell off the top of my head right now. I'm like so excited because I'm like, then it's a clean slate for me to start 2027 with.
yeah. Mine are mainly quilt tops that need to be quilted.
And I'm saving the lion for the last. Like I'm working on it occasionally.
Yeah,
I'm saving the consistent working on the lion for last. So that way there I can focus on him because my goal is to get him completely done by the end of the year. Sent to Donna for quilting. Thank you, Raven. Yeah, the binding I'm using is this right here. It is Stonehenge by Multi Mitzers for Northcott, and it is a 108. So there you go. I saved a piece of the salvage just so that way I can be able to show it to you guys today. And they have multiple colorways of this, but this in here they had like all the colors from the quilt into the binding, which I also used as a backing. I bought like 5 yards of it, and so I think it's like 3 or 4 yards of it with Donna, and got the rest to add in for the front of another quilt.
this one.
So I love doing that, of getting like 108 and buying more than what I need. So that way then I can use it on the front of another quilt. That one I think I need to go back and redo.
I got my Valentine heart quilt done on retreat, so I got to get.
Oh, awesome sauce.
Oh yeah, ready for next year.
Yeah, I still gotta get the a backing for the Heart's Desire quilt.
Gosh darn
That way there I can get that back because that's going to be my mom's. No, come back, come back. Get back up here. Anyone else ever feel like they're in the middle of a workout session whenever they're binding a quilt?
Yes.
I feel like I'm over here lifting weights and doing cardio and everything else.
Sometimes I break a sweat.
Oh, I'm definitely breaking a sweat.
Mm.
If I didn't have my dresser over there in front of the window, I would be opening up my window right now to cool me down. It's like, man, it's like, am I having a hot flash or am I getting a workout?
Right.
Both.
Oh no, I sewed that together wrong.
Thank you, June.
That one's backwards.
Yeah, see the binding raven is the same fabric as the backing. And I had enough of it, so I'm like, I'm just going to use it for the binding. I was thinking about using the gray, which is Tulip Pink's Fairy Dust charcoal. But I was like, no, I'll use the backing. And like, there was enough of it from the cutoff that Donna sent me back of what I sent to her. So there was enough there for me to make the binding out of it. So add a nice little flare to the front. How's your blocks coming along over there, Missy?
I got 3. Well, I got 4 done, but I sewed one part on backwards, so I better redo this.
Oh no.
I knew I would do something. It's
I
not
mean,
a
it wouldn't be a
live
live
without me.
stream if it wasn't a boo-boo.
I know. Gotta have something to go wrong. But it's fixable. I'm gonna do it.
That's the important part.
I'm gonna do it next so that I remember where I made the mistake. Because if I wait, I'll be like, I don't know what they did wrong with that. I'll forget.
Or you'll remember after you get it all sewn in.
I know me. Yeah. I know me. And I'll be like, I don't see the mistake now. So, oh, I think I sewed that whole row wrong. I did. Okay. I gotta make 2 ribs.
Yeah, I like that too, Raven. She said that she likes the fact that I brought it up over onto the front as well. Me too, because it helps tie in all the colors. Because you got the pink, the purple, the blue, and then there's some green in here too, but that's okay. Because the Tula fabric has some green in it. So it helps tie it all together. Ooh, I'm almost done putting this on.
Nice.
Yep. Then all I gotta do is thread a needle and stitch the other 2 sides of the label on. Of hand sewing that down. I like doing my label into a corner because that way there are 2 sides are nice and secured, and then I just hand stitch the other 2 sides.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what I did here.
You got this.
I think. Okay. Then I sewed this up. Easy peasy. Be fixed in no
Yay!
time.
Easy peasies are good. The fun part's always whenever I'm trying to join the 2 ends of the binding together.
That's my least favorite.
Yeah, same here. I'm like, I don't wanna.
Right? Pout and stomp your feet and throw a fit.
Yes.
I get that.
Like, no, I don't want to do it. You can't make me. You're not my mama. Hair's getting all in my face and everything. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm a mess this morning.
All right, let's try this again.
And I absolutely love the quilting that Donna did on this. She did like all geometric shapes on it using ruler work. And it's so pretty.
That's cool.
Like, yeah, she's got like some where it's like a little space going hoopty hoops and triangles and looks like little pie pieces over here. And then some straight lines. It was really cool. Really, really complements the design of the quilt quite a bit.
Yeah.
You're getting really close to my end, so I need to see. Let's see. Until I get a little closer. I hear little pitter patters outside my door.
They're looking for Mama. She's hiding.
Uh-huh. Well, my little Miss Luna knows where her mommy is. And once I get this on here, where I'm not using their dog bed over here to secure this in there, then I'll open the door and let the little lady in.
Okay,
Okay, so let's see here. So I'm over here at the end now. So I'm gonna back tack.
okay.
Let's see. Tasha says, sorry, I'm multitasking. Did you say you were going live later today, Amanda?
No, not today, Tasha, on Tuesday.
Okay.
And I realized that this week was my 1 year of doing lives, but I won't be live until Tuesday again.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is from where I have this here at an angle from where I made my binding, I'm going to cut this here off using correct scissors. Over there, I got a nice straight edge. And then I'm going to lay this down. This is how I do my binding. It's different for everybody. So I like to clip this on here. So the one that I started with, I like to clip on. And then what I do is I overlap the one I'm ending with by like 2.5 inch or by like a 1/2 of an inch.
Mm-hmm.
Because I gave up a long time ago trying to do the whole diagonal seam on them, on the ending. And I judge about a 1/2 of an inch. If I have a ruler close to me, I could use that. Let's see. Ruler, where are you? There you are.
Okay, that.
So I'll lay this here and judge about a 1/2 of an inch because you need 1/4 of an inch of each one. And make a little snip so I know where to cut. Or you could take like a little pencil and mark it. Around here somewhere. There it is. I have a whole lot of binding left. So then what I'd like to do is open these both up together. And I bring them right sides together. And I just stitch a straight line down. And since I did it at a 1/2 of an inch, then that means that my seam should be nice and tight. Does add a little bit of bulk, but
Yeah.
it's not too horrible. Come on, nice and straight. Yeah, I gave up a long time ago trying to get diagonal seams on these and figuring out the orientation correctly.
Yeah, that's what I do. And I always have to really, really, really think about it though.
Oh, I've gotten to a point where I usually have to take it apart and then redo it because I always wind up putting it crooked and then I just finger press this. I got some purple thread in here. Get out of there. I just finger press it down nice and tightly because it's going to be a double fold lining anyway. So there's stitching in there, and then that way there, when I pull on it, it's nice and straight and you can't tell.
Nice. Looks good. Yeah, I always end up mine always gives me issues when I fit my ends together. Dubrovka wants to know if we ever use stripology rulers. I have.
Stripology ruler, I do have one. I do use it occasionally to make strips with.
Yeah. I have the big one, like the really large one that was really expensive, but every time I use it, I screw it up, so I just quit using it. Every time I use it, I cut something wrong because I can't tell where I just cut. And I just don't use it anymore. But I paid a ton of money for it, so
Yeah, I begged my husband for it, and then it took me like a year or two before I even used it. And
yeah.
I've recently started, I used it a lot when I was making the potato chip blocks because I was cutting 2.5-inch strips for that.
Yeah. There's
And it
like
was great
people that
for cut.
teach classes
Huh?
on them. I know there's people that teach classes on stripology. And there's like quilt, like pattern books all on just stripology rulers. I need to study it more or something because it just gives me fits. Just
Yeah,
give
I've
me.
only used it like once or twice, like a few times. But to me, it's like one of those type of tools where it's like, it really didn't do any much different. I mean, it's great for cutting strips because then your ruler doesn't budge on you.
Yeah. Okay, crisis averted, block fixed. Okay, so now I have
Yay!
4 done. I'm starting my 5th.
Awesome sauce.
So I did get something done at least, even with my ripping out.
Which is awesome. Any progress is good progress.
Right?
And I got my binding all on. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here and look through to make sure I got all of the connections on all sides. To make sure that all of the back is put down. Because occasionally I do swerve and I get too close to the edge and it does not catch the back on occasion. Oh, that's part of the pattern. So it's always good to still go back and double check, but I've gotten pretty good where I usually don't miss it too much, but there are occasions. Let's see. That way it looks so much easier. Yeah, I prefer this method. And then I still got to go through all of the back to trim off any excess strings because Donna did let me know that she did not get all the strings cut, which is totally fine. I never mind going back through and double checking all strings, so. I honestly was not even expecting her to even get the quilting done. Especially while she's been down. I was like, girl, you're supposed to be resting, not worrying about my quilt. Let's see. Oh, awesome sauce. Raven says she is putting together a new cabinet to store fabric because she ran out of space. And hello, Miss Ingrid. Let's see. Heather says, opinions, please. On Tuesday, should I go on a new fart fabric acquisition road trip or take my Juki to the spa? I say both. Drop Juki off at the spa while you're doing your fabric acquisition road trip.
I love that. I'm gonna have to remember that fart. That's
I was
hilarious.
wondering what you're referring to on fart over on
Yeah,
Sean's live
that
stream
is
earlier, and I was like, I'm not even
funny.
responding.
I love that.
I'm like, hey babe, I'll be back later. I'm going on a fart.
Yep, that is so good. I've had many of
Um,
farts like that myself. Like, I really didn't need any more fabric, but
I
it
mean,
wanted to come home with me.
I think if it made you happy, then you need it.
That's true.
We all need that therapy sometimes.
I've done.
Let's see. My neighbor is having 2 trees cut down, and my dogs are not happy. Melissa says. She says, yeah, when the pieces of the tree hit the ground, it sets them off. Yeah, my puppies get set off to any noise that's outside of this house.
I love this feather fabric.
Ooh, yes, that
And the
is so
centers,
pretty.
you can't really, the centers are like a real light pink of
Oh,
the feather.
wow.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it
really
comes through
pretty.
as like a white.
Yeah, it's really pretty. I've
If anyone
done.
asks about a fart, remember it's an acronym.
And you know what? I just realized I did this. No, that was right.
Oh, awesome sauce. So Ingrid says she had trouble with the Shipology rulers too, and then she joined a few of the GE Designs virtual retreats that helped so much. Awesome. Michelle says her husband would be rolling on the floor laughing if she told him that she was going on a fart.
What if I picked up the wrong?
Vintage Joe goes, we're all farters.
Yeah, that is true.
Yes.
Okay.
So far, we're all good.
Where's the.
No second seams needed so far. Ugh. Just whacked myself in the head with a quilt. Quilt abuse, quilt abuse.
Yeah.
See, as long as he hands you the card as he left, it's all good, Michelle, says Melissa, right?
That needs to be going down. Okay. Got it.
Like I've made my son and his girlfriend uh lap size quilts before, but this is the first one that I've actually made for their bed.
Nice. And this.
Yeah, because when I first started quilting, I made him one that had his YouTube channel name on it.
That's cool.
Yeah, using like half square triangles and squares.
Mhm.
Turned out really awesome. And I did it in his YouTube channel colors. Okay, I do not have any pieces that I needed to go back and fix.
Yay.
All I gotta do now is just quilt this big boy down. And I just got hand stitch down the sides and then trim the strings on the label. But in order to do that, I gotta find my tweezer set because I don't know where it went to. It's not in my drawer where I normally keep it, which means it's probably been confiscated by my husband or son.
I don't have it. That's probably the husband.
Sure.
Probably the husband.
Most likely one of them asked to use it and they forgot to return it.
This. Okay.
And I believe I actually quilted or bound an entire quilt during my live stream.
That's awesome.
Yes. Because now after my live stream, all I gotta do is finish up the label detail and then get back to quilting my teddy bear quilt, which I'm hoping to be will have completed so I can show it off tomorrow.
Yes, that's right. Okay. Gotta talk to
Aw,
myself.
thank you, Ingrid. Says Donnell, that quilt is beautiful and I love the colors and design. Me too, girl. You know, I don't think I'll be doing that design anytime soon. At least not as a large quilt. If I do it again, there would most definitely be stashing in between the blocks because that was a lot of bulk and a lot of aggravation.
Yeah.
Because I starched the crap out of those intersections and I could not get them to lay down. Donna says she beat them with a hammer to lay them down.
Right. Okay.
All right. So you say you're coming back to your channel this Tuesday, right?
Yes, Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. I'll be live.
Awesome. I'll make sure I'll be in the chat. And
I'll probably catch up on my cotton cuts because I think I have 2 different ones to catch up on.
did you jump on board with a new one?
I did not. Nope, I just did this one. So
Yeah,
I don't need any more projects.
yeah, I did not do the new one because of the fact that I knew I had the second star to the right coming in, so I wanted to focus on that.
Yeah.
And I still had to put the Lunatide together since I'm an ambassador for that one, so I can be able to be ready for the grand reveal. Because that one is gonna be so pretty.
Yeah, I did need another project. So I have
So what?
plenty.
So what all do you have coming up on your channel? Because we're getting right at the end of the stream.
I'm not sure. I need to get some beginner quilt series videos done. I'm a little behind just with work. Started a new job a month ago, so that took my brain power for a while, learning something new. So, I want to get some more tutorials out for beginner quilters.
Awesome.
So I need to work on that. And then, like I said, I'll be on Tuesday, probably catching up on my cotton cuts. I might do another, I want to do another live where I work on scraps, giving scrappy tips on storage and cutting them. And I
That's
have,
always good because we all have lots
oh
of
my
scraps.
gosh, my scrap bin is a disaster. I literally just wad things up and throw it in there. So I need to work, I want to do another live like that. I did that a few weeks ago and that was really fun.
Definitely.
I'm making 2.5 inch squares. I forget the other size. Depending on
Yeah,
how big the fabric is, I know I have 2.5 inch squares, 2.5 by 4.5. So I want to make a potato chip quilt. I feel like there was another. Oh, I have a bunch of Dresden blades because Dresdens are one of my favorites. So I know I have Dresden blades in my scrap bin. So I've been putting those separate, trying to make separate containers of different sizes.
yeah. I Dresden plate is on my to-do list.
I love them. I love them.
I do too. I think they're so pretty.
I made a mini Dresden. I'm going to redo this wall and put a quilt up here behind me so that it's not all that stuff. So I made a mini Dresden to go up there. Kind of a quarter Dresden, but it's, I don't know where it's at. Let me grab it real quick.
Okay. Yeah, and then this coming Wednesday is the drop for my Back to the Basics video at 6 p.m. And then I go live at 7 p.m. And that video is already uploaded, ready to go, ready to drop at 6 o'clock. So,
Nice.
oh, that is so cute. I love all the little baby fans.
Yeah, so it's just a little wall hanging I made out of a
That is so
Tilda
cute.
fabric bundle. I think it's the fall. It's Tilda's fall line from 2 years. It'll be 2 years ago that I bought this, so that's probably how old it is. So yeah, I'm gonna put this up here for my backdrop.
That
So
is so precious. I love
I gotta get
it.
that quilted. Thank you. It's all my favorite colors. Matches my gold room
Yes.
since that's my favorite. So
Michelle says so
oh,
pretty. And then she
thank
also said the end of the stream already. Where did the hour go? I don't know.
no.
I do not feel like it's been an
That went
hour.
so fast. I know.
But at the same time, I also need another cup of coffee because doing Sean's
Oh,
live and then mine is always tiring.
yeah.
But it's so much fun also because I can do a lot of prep on his.
Yeah.
Like I try and spent his hour and a half doing all the pressing of my binding, and then I try and came back and on my stream and put the binding on.
Okay, another one done. I got 6 done. I
Awesome
like the
sauce. Look
trees
at you,
on this one.
girl. So
Look at
the
me being
teddy bear quilt
productive.
that I'm quilting up is this one right here. I made it on my channel.
Oh, how cute.
And it is a baby quilt, but the quilting is all like loop-de-loops.
Oh, that's so
At
cool.
least that's the
Yeah.
design I'm calling it, is loop-de-loops.
Yep.
And I just put on some of Donna's older videos and listen to it while I am looping away. Because while she's absent, I am trying to help her out as much as I can by watching her videos during the day. So
Yes, I love to
I
watch
would
them.
so everybody, y'all have a great day. I am gonna get going because I need a refill of coffee because now I'm on to water and I need more caffeine. I
Right.
sleepy. And I need
Thanks
to
for
go give
having
my
me on.
Oh, you're welcome. It's always fun catching up. So
I gotta rip out
and
again. Gosh darn it.
Um, if you guys if you guys are not subscribed to Amanda's channel, please do so. Her link is in the description box. I don't know if I updated my link on here. But Amanda, if you go over into the chat and you do exclamation selfie real quick, it'll drop your link. I think I forgot to update my guest link for Nightbot.
There.
I
Let's see.
bad girl.
You've been busy today.
Yes.
There it is.
Yay! And that way there you guys can be able to join if or subscribe to her channel or check out her channel. And
You hang out with me on Tuesdays.
yes, it's always fun. I always drop in. I don't always get to stay the entire time, but I always drop in.
Always pops in, says hi.
Yes. I usually pop in, say hi, and then I linger for a while.
She stalks me in the background.
Yes. I always like to spy and see what everybody's doing.
She does. You a lurker. I do that a lot. Like sometimes I'm in the middle of like doing something myself and I can't type and sew or quilt, at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm just listening in.
Yeah, like I watch a lot of live streams and usually I'll pop in. Like when I first pop in, I'll say, hi, how's everybody doing? And then I go into lurker mode.
Yes, I do the same. I'm like, I really am here. I can't sew and type at the same time.
Yes. Or I can't puppy cuddle and type at the same time because if I hold my phone for longer than a few seconds when Luna wants cuddles, then she starts barking and biting me.
She's
And
like,
not like mean biting, but playful biting. She'll like grab my hand that I'm using to type and move it away from my phone.
My time, Mom.
Yeah, she's like, cuddles, mommy. Put that down.
Yep. Just like a kid when a mom gets on the phone.
Yes. Okie dokie, everybody. I will talk to y'all later. I'll be back live at it tomorrow doing English paper piecing. And I hope everybody has a wonderful, beautiful day. Hopefully, my baby quilt will be quilted and bound by tomorrow so that way I can show you guys before I take it to Grandma's tomorrow. So, bye, y'all.
Thanks, guys. Have a good weekend.
And we're done.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank